Oh God, people rolling in. What's up, fellas? Everybody. Mike's Life, Marco, Sean, SC Knife Monkey, Charlie Cook. If I missed anybody else, I surely do apologize. 1911 loaded. Man, we got all sorts of stuff for today, fellas. We're gonna have a damn near a marathon out here in the shop. So, got some leather work, got some knife work. Gonna put a knife back together. Gonna paint some leather. Gonna dye some leather. All sorts of good stuff. Hope everybody's doing all right today. I have been enjoying my time off, and I ran so crazy up until the holidays that when the holidays got here and I didn't have work, I really didn't want to do anything. So we made a knife handle out of epoxy. Not out of epoxy, but I've done acrylic. Travis's knife, that knife I did for that blue knife I did for Travis at Sodbuster Jr. Was acrylic, but not epoxy. There's brother Kevin, Greg. All the boys are here. So I have me a little test piece of leather. Got it stained black. Got a letter stamped in it because we're going to paint this slip. It's got Nate Dogg on it for Nate over at Green's Blade Revival. And I'm going to do his letters orange and then do orange stitching for him. So we're going to do a little test pass on this this test piece just to see how the paint flows, and then we'll get cracking on the actual slip. I have not used these brushes in so long. I only need to a little splash paint thinner. Brushes are from my sign painting and pinstriping days. These are my high dollar brushes. These are Max. This is a number 3. I think I paid like 30 or 40 bucks for the set. There's like 4 or 5 brushes in the set. And they're blue squirrel here, I think is what they are. So they're just sitting around, ain't been used in a while. So I'm like, well, let's use it on this. More than a splash. Yeah, there's not much of that cup, Justin. There might be 1/8 of an inch in the bottom of that little wooden cup. So this is leather paint, or it's acrylic made for leather, and it's actually for shoes, like painting shoes. So we'll try it out. But other than that, we're just gonna be out here working. Howdy from the coast of Texas, welcome. Nah, man, there ain't. That's about it. This jug about empty, so I had to tip it way up to get it to go. So I have not painted with acrylic in so long. So don't know how well this paint's gonna cover. Doesn't look like it's gonna cover for shit. I don't. May not get painted, may just get orange stitching. I do not like the way that looks. Yeah, that ain't covering worth crap. I'm gonna have to figure out what paint I need to get before I do these again. Yeah, that ain't gonna jive, and I don't want to sit and paint 3 or 4 different coats on it. Yeah, that ain't gonna cover. Do not like that at all. No. No, sir. That is not gonna do. Not at all. So, I ain't gonna paint them. I don't like the way that looks, and I'm not gonna, just not gonna put that out there. I'll have to figure out, I'll have to talk to Dakota and see what paint he uses, because he does a lot of painting. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong or something, I don't know. So what we'll do is we'll just go in and stitch this with the orange and get everything burnished up, and then maybe later on down the road we'll try it again. Oh well, you live and you learn. How about you, Nate Dog? Brother Chuck in the house. So I guess what we'll do, we'll get this roughed up on the back, and we will get out of there. Jason Bacher. Well, congratulations, Forever Green. That's awesome. Don't know that I really need to rough this up. It's not real smooth. It's not like it's the finished side. So yeah, we'll get this glued up. And then I got another slip I really need to make for that traveling box of leather that Cornbread has done, so I can get that shipped out Friday probably. Bought a cow's worth of leather yesterday, made 2 slips last night. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, I found a really good deal on Amazon right before Christmas. God dang. Damn hands ain't worth a crap today. There it goes. And got basically a half. Now, I got 4 shoulders for $60. 7 to 8 ounce. So, thought I did pretty good on that. Just some regular old veg tan. Nothing, no fancy ghost leather or fancy pre-dyed stuff. I tell you, I'm really digging this black. So, the slip I do for the traveling box of leather may end up being black, but I'm going to do some tooling work on it. And then we'll get into a little knife fixing. I had to order some nickel silver pins for a knife, actually for Brother Chuck at Briar Patch Blades. We are fixing a really cool folding hunter for him. The pivot pin was all jacked up. I think he got it on eBay. So I've already took it apart, pulled the pin out. So we're gonna get it back together, get the bolsters all smoothed out, looking good. Then give her a good once over, and send her on down the road, send her back to Brother Chuck. So trying to get caught up on projects, and have had projects go south over the last week, and I just kind of stepped out of the shop for a little bit doing anything major, just because kind of got my butt whooped on a couple of them, and just kind of needed to step back and reassess what I was doing. Let the blood pressure settle out, because I didn't need to want anything worth, losing my crap over or anything. So, but it's time to get back at it. Got too much stuff to do, too many things I want to do. Got projects, not necessarily stacking up, but got a few things I need to get done, get out, and move on. Got another project for Travis. Got 3 fixed blades for a good friend of mine that I got to get handles on. Dakota Marlowe has sent in 2 sod busters to get some custom work. So got a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts going on. So we'll let that dry for a little bit. Let it tack up. What is the traveling box of leather? Of using glue, so frustrating to watch. Well, I'm sorry. That's how I do it, and this is what it is. All right, let's get another piece of leather roughed out for another slip. And boom, get that roughed out and done. Y'all hold on, I gotta get this big piece of veg tan down. Basically gotta cut it on the floor. There, make it a smaller piece to work with. Making some leather slips. Yeah, Jason, I think there's a few going around. Feel free to dismiss them. Excuse me. Excuse me. Where is my... There she is. Brother Todd, how are you? Let's see here. If we ended up doing... I'm going to do the same size. Oh, this one doesn't have, there it is. What do we do? 9.5. I can't remember what I did. We go 2.25. Do 2 3/8. Alright. I think that's got 2 3/8. 2 3/8. Alright. I'm gonna do a little toolage work on this one. I think I said that earlier. Is it's got to dry and then I can dye it. It won't be done today. Probably just get it started. Try using some cardboard from cereal boxes to make yourself a pattern each thing. Oh yeah, man, I keep meaning to do that, making patterns. Things change so much from slip to slip, sheath to sheath, that it just doesn't, and I always change my mind. I'm always trying to make them better or different size or something. But I keep meaning to make some acrylic templates. Still trying to work out my efficiency as well. That makes sense. There's Brother Jim. All right, let's see here. What do I want to do? I don't want to frame it. I don't know if I want to do a basket weave or like window it out on the like I guess you would call it like the show side, the front side of the slip, and like do a window and then do the basket weave in it and then just do my stamp on the back. Excuse me. First things first is I gotta get it wet. My water has seen better days. binder clip on that real quick. The thinner stuff, you don't really have to do the binder clips, but this 7 to 8, man, it's got some spring to it, so I want to make sure it stays where I put it. That's too thick. I had some thin stuff. Where is it at? There it is. My binder clips are about not big enough. Dang it. Well, you know what we can do? Put that joker in the vise while it dries. I think I want to do 4-inch window. If I was going straight into sewing it, I wouldn't do this, but I'm not. So I'm gonna do a 4-inch window. Where's the other? There it is. Or 4-inch frame, whatever you want to call it. Basically what this is just a window, and I'm going to do my basket weave in there. Probably should have done one up top. Yeah. That's going to get cut away anyways. Looks like junk. I should have just left it the way it was. Should have just left it. Oh well. That's better. All right. So let's do probably about a 45-degree pattern. Oh, don't break. I don't even know where y'all are at. I'm just working. We on Terry live preventing trolls. Oh, I didn't know Terry was live. Well, god dang. That's what we got so far on the basket weave. We'll just continue building on that. Then we'll go around and score the frame, and then chamfer it a little bit, and then kind of do a little blend, and then we'll stamp my maker's mark, and then it'll dry. And then we'll continue on probably tomorrow with it. Or later tonight. I don't know. Watch getting on my nerves. I'm watching Mike on my computer and Terry on my phone. Fellas, I had no idea Terry was live. Was he live before I started? Howard K., I appreciate it. I had no idea. God dang it. If I went live before him, if I went live after him, I totally apologize. I didn't realize he was going live. Oh, he wasn't? Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. Y'all bounce or whatever. I definitely don't want to keep him from getting his views. So there's the basket weave. All right, I don't want to use that textured beveler. Just a flat one. There it is. All right, there's got it beveled out. I think I want to add, wish I still had that test piece I did. Yeah, I like that. We'll do a seed texture. This is just a little bitty old cedar. Just add another little bit of texture to the weave. only drawback to this is it kind of shows off if your weave isn't straight, which is fine. This is a handmade product, and it ain't perfect. Probably could have spent a little more time setting it up, but it's all right. So there's that little bit of detail. In that you can see how it kind of, if your weave's not straight, it kind of skews it off, but it'll be all right. I think we can hide a little bit of that with where's it at? There it is. There it is. And we can hide it with this. You can make me a little sandbag or something. All right, yeah, that looks a lot better. I got it kind of roughed up around the edges. Let's get, I need to write this down before I go any further. Which slip this is gonna be. Looks like it's gonna be slip 78 or 68. Travel slip 68. Yep, 68. 68 slips. That's hard to believe. Recase this in just a little bit. I gotta recase the whole thing and not just part. Oh yeah, Randy, I heard that. I've I'm sure you know how it is. You work on something, and then you don't like it. That's been my biggest problem, is wanting it to be perfect, and something I've had to learn how to not stress over, because it is, it is handmade. It is, it is what it is. It's not perfect. So, let's see here. 1 3/8, 2 3/8. It's an inch. Inch and GA 68. Actually, let me do the 8 first. Oh yeah, Randy, it does. It comes in not perfect. That is a fact, sir. $68. Now I need I need to do this in the drill press or I'll mess it up. Y'all just bear with me. Here, y'all can watch. So all I'm doing is using my drill press as a arbor press, basically, to do these bigger stamps. Oh. I had this set up for doing something else. See, just like that. Let's go back around. USA. So we will let that dry. Probably till later this evening, and then I will dye it, and then it can dry. So this one is done. So it'll say Nate on the front and then dog on the back. And I wanted him to have the fancy letters, so I didn't want to do the small ones. So we did the big ones on that. Smooth. So then I just use, I don't know what you would call this. This is a big thick piece of glass, and I've got sandpaper on it. And I just use it to square my edges up. Well, if it ain't the world famous Michael Hill, I'll be dadgum. We're just doing a little leather work, then we're gonna get into a little knife fixing. Because when I go to burnish, I want to make sure this one's good. I mean, I want to make sure all of them are good. So you square it up. Then when you burnish, everything's nice and smooth. It's one of those steps. Square, square, square. So then I can go back. I just bought a new beveler. There it is. Not drop it in the water. God dang. Well, Happy New Year, Michael Hale. Appreciate you. I hope I'm not missing out on anything, guys. I'm just out here working. I said I was gonna come out here and work, just turn the camera on and just work away. I got a bunch of stuff to do, so. Come on, play nice. All right. Man, if that don't look crooked. Man, it is. Not by much. Oh, that's what it is. Just adjust that end. There, that looks better. The sandpaper real quick. And I'm gonna have to touch the dye up. Something I'm trying to work on is my burnishing my edges. I'm always trying to get better my craft. She's a thick girl. This is 7 to 8 ounce leather. So she's gonna be thick, but I mean, you take care of it, it'll you won't need no other slip, that's for sure. But I like it. I like how the thick leather feels. Very good, robust slip. Oh, I didn't edge it. All right. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do these triangle or diamond ones. Sometimes the chisel one I've been using, the thread kind of gets lost, and I want the orange thread to stand out on this, so. Yeah, Naomi, I did. I appreciate that. Come on. Lord have mercy. She didn't want to let go. Yeah, that was, what did we do that last week? Dadgum. Lord have mercy. Maybe I didn't need to use this one. Or it's too small or something. Dan, you are correct. You think about that. Damn. I have never had prick and chisel that hard to come out. That's what I was afraid of. That glue wasn't dry. Naomi, I just I see stuff that I like and I want to figure out how to do it, and then I just end up doing it. Sometimes I'll do it and say, yeah, it's not for me, or sometimes I'll do it and say, I like it, I think I'll do it some more. And leatherwork's been one of those things. I thoroughly enjoy it, especially when stuff works right. I've had some projects recently that have gone south, and I've had to redo them, but that is okay. I got a knife that I've got to completely redo. That kind of frustrating, but that's just part of it. Dennis Whipple. Ooh, I gotta turn that heat on. God dang. It got hot. Alright, there's one side. If I'd have known it was this hard to, I would have used my other one. Yeah, Naomi, it's kind of the same thing. I had a fully done, just about a fully done knife, and was I was working on it, trying to get some stuff finished out, and then I was gonna do final assembly on a live, and the whole thing went to poop. You know, really. Oh, Jason. What's up, David? Had a ball? Yeah, when I get in there. When I get in the zone, man, it's hard to look up. Well, hey, Dwayne. Happy New Year to everybody, by the way. I just got on here and got to rolling, and but yeah, Jason, I appreciate you fielding questions or whatever I'm missing. We're almost done with this part, then we can sew. And wrap this one up. Man, I heard that, Kevin. I think I looked one time. I think I'm just a couple hours from Dwayne. can. Well, I appreciate you, Jason. I hope you know that. D's Outdoors and Adventures. What's up, brother? Or sister? I don't know which one you are. Person? Damn. All right. Put all this up. One of these days I'm gonna get a stitching pony. I swear to God I am. But until then, this is what we got. I'll get up there. Amanda Monroe, I'm making a slip for a pocket knife. Basically a little leather pouch that you put your pocket knife in to kind of protect it from getting scratched or something like that. What I'm making. And after this, we're gonna look at working on an old folding hunter knife. Try to get it back together. And then I don't know. We're just out here working. So we are doing orange thread on this, even though I didn't get the orange letters. Like I said, I'm gonna have to figure the paint out before I start trying to mess with it on a client slip. Yeah, that looks good. key to making your stitching straight, even if you punch your holes straight, you can stitch them wrong and the stitching won't be straight. Is to however you stitch it, like whichever needle goes in first and how it lays on top of each other is how you need to do it every single time. Because then it starts looking wonky and zigzaggy and stuff. At least that's what I've grown to learn. And it's still not perfect. I mean, but it's a handmade item. Ain't nothing perfect. What, am I missing anything? We like to support each other. Stop using Stitching Pony. Wait, did I just see Brother Jason? No, Brother Terry. Everybody's in here. Terry, I didn't know. Somebody had said that you were live. I didn't know if I went live after you or what, brother. But if I did, I apologize. I had no idea. I looked and I didn't see anybody live. So I hope nothing got messed up or anything with you. And Terry, since you're in here, brother, I have to completely 100% redo your knife. I was working on it the other day and basically had a mishap and totally destroyed everything that I had done up till that point. So I've got to start over completely fresh. So just bear with me. It's going to be even better than what me and you had talked about the first time. So I do apologize. I know that it has taken a long time, but I apologize. No worries at all, brother. Room for all of us. All right, brother. I appreciate it. But it's gonna be cool. There won't be another one like it, I can tell you that. Terry, how many knobs am I anticipating seeing when I rewatch that live? I'm gonna have to go back and watch it too, Terry. I didn't know. Had I known you were gonna be live, I would have waited. Cause I like watching your lives. Don't know that I'm gonna use that prick and chisel again. Well, it bothers me, Terry, because it's just how I am. I stress over stuff like that because I want stuff to be right, and I don't want anybody. I know you're not going to be upset with me, but I don't want that. So it'll be, it's gonna be sweet. Glue has come undone. That's great. I've had to order some more material. I meant to call you today, Terry. I'll call you after I get off the live and tell you what happened, but one of them things, man. I can show you. So this is one side of your knife. I've already took the brass off, but I was recessing the pin, the pivot pin, and the drill bit caught and blew through both sides, tore the brass up. I'm actually going to have to make new liners. Completely obliterated the other bolster. So The only thing that's going to be original out of your knife when I'm done is just the blade and the back spring. So, but that's what happened. Complete. And it was my own fault. I should have had it laying flat on the deck and then running my drill press down. But I was trying to be impatient, and the drill press was running and I was pushing up on it and it caught and just tore the whole thing up. So, but the next version is going to be even better than that one. Terry, god dang. I had a friend of mine warn me about some shenanigans that you might try to pull. So, but I'll get it. It's going to be sorted, Terry, and you're going to be completely happy and amazed with it. So, well, there's one side stitched. Not too bad. It is orange, but it kind of come out yellow. I guess once you take it off the spool, it kind of looks yellow. I don't know. Let's get this other side done, and then we will finish coat it with some resist. Call her good. Then we'll get cracking on that knife. I think it's a K. Is it a K-bar? Let's look at it. Or is it a Winchester? Nope, it's a K-bar. So get cracking on that. At least get it back together. He can't hold water, Terry. You ought to know better. Try to tell him anything. I don't know if he's still in here or not. 3 generations handed down. Dennis Whipple, I do know how to read case paint stamps. It wasn't that old. But I can guarantee you what Terry gets, it's going to be better than anything Case can put out. I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Definitely be finished better, that's for sure. Y'all keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Keep on. Retirement knife. They might hate to see the company that gives out yellow synthetic sodbusters for retirement gift. Yeah, Randy, that Rolex you got from Georgia Power is pretty sweet. It's one of my used to be one of my Grail watches, but I got out of the watch game a while back. Now I've just got just one or two that I wear. Been actually kind of trading some off here and there. Yeah, $5,600. I know it, brother. Yeah, I like the $36 Timexes too. Timex makes a good watch, man. I'm telling you, I like them. I don't have any. Ow, I don't have any anymore, but I've had a bunch of them Expeditions. Need to pick me up another one. I do like them, and hell, for $35. I've got a whole. They're called Arnie's, and it's not the Seiko Arnie like he wore in Predator. It's the Arnie that he wore. It's the watch he wore in Kindergarten Cop. It's a yellow face Casio, and it's got an analog. It's an analog and digital. I've got the whole series of them. There's like 6 different colors, I think. Those were my jam when I started collecting them. And then I actually got into building Seikos and doing like custom mods on Seikos, different faces and hands and stuff like that. And then just, I don't know, wasn't my thing. That goes back to like, I try to do something, then I like it, I stick with it. If I don't, then I just don't. There she is, all sewed up. Nate Dogg slip. Nate Dogg. I've actually got a knife to do some work on for Nate here in the next little bit too. May start on it this weekend, just depending on when I get the material for Terry's knife, and I've got other stuff to work on too. So, oh, 1911, you got that right, brother. So now, I gotta touch up. Touch that top up. Sides are good. I'll let that dry for just a minute, and then we'll finish it out. Let's get into this this K-bar. Now, what I had to do was the pin was really bad recessed in the bolster, and it looked like somebody had whooped on it and pushed it through. So it was short on one side and peened real bad on the other. So it just it didn't look good. Where did I put them? There they are. So what we're gonna do, I've already pulled it apart. Here's the blades. I took the pin out, and I've got new pin material right there. But what I need to do first is chamfer the bolsters, so when we pin that pin over, it I wonder. No, I'm not going to run this Dremel. I'm just using it as a bit holder. So what we want to do is chamfer that hole, so when we pin the pin over and it expands, it holds down, and then it'll hold the knife together, basically. So also make it a lot easier to get the pin through there as well. I think what I need to do, I think that one's a little too steep. I need to get one of those things. I think I saw the Southern Knife Hobbyist had it. It was a bead reamer or bead tool or something. I don't know. I've got 1911. I've got a Tandy, not far away, but they're temporarily closed. So, or I would be probably good that they're closed, because I probably would have spent money I didn't need to spend. There's some tools that I want to get that they've got, and I don't need to spend the extra money right now. So, all right, let's see here. So I ordered from Jant's Knife Supply, I think, some nickel silver pins. I got some 3/16 and some 3/32, and the 3/32 is what is for this knife. Darn shipping was more than the actual material. Get one of those out. I got plenty of pins to. I've got a couple of knives I need to take apart and fix and redo, and so I got plenty of pin material for that. Make sure that's gonna go in just fine. Make sure it goes through the blades just fine. All right, let's see here. Dang. What the hell that was? I need to depress the springs. Oh, I know what I need. I need some washers. Where is my tote with all of my washers in it? Y'all talk amongst yourselves. That'll do. Let me straighten these out real quick before I do anything else. I think they're a little too thick. No, those aren't big enough. And it's almost like I need like a... really just need to get one started. For one, I don't think they're on the right side. Oh, oh, I need a way to compress the springs. The other thing is, I don't. I may have to come back to this. I'm gonna have to ponder the best way to do this where I'm not gonna hurt myself. I almost need like a quarter or something and stick down in the channels and then compress it all together. That'll compress the springs. I can just get it started. That's really all I need to do. You know what? I'm gonna force it and I'm gonna mess something up. I don't need to. Let's just let's move on. I'm gonna have to ponder that one. May have to phone a friend. I don't want to mess that knife up because it ain't mine. So let's put some dye on the slip that we are doing for the traveling box of leather. What you say? I think I'm gonna do black. I've been really liking the black on Nate's slip, and I think I want to continue with that on this one, and then do a crazy. I think I'll do red on it for the color. I need to take this off because I dye the back as well. I didn't show y'all that on Nate's, but on the inside of Nate's, it's all black on the inside as well. So it's not like a dark color and then you open it up and it's raw veg tan on the inside. And that's fine. Just I don't know, just like having mine look good in uniform, I reckon. Then I'll sew this maybe on our next live. I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes tomorrow. Make sure all those tooling marks are good and saturated. Other thing is I'm gonna have to go back and do a second coat of black because the black kind of turns purple. If you don't get a good saturation on it. If I'd have been smart, I'd have put gloves on. Oh well. Usually always have leather dye on my hands. Alright, that is about as saturated as you can get it on the first coat. Brother Wally, what's up, man? I just seen you in here. Maple shade, I am making, doing a little bit of leather work. Making some slips for some pocket knives. There's the end of my roll. What I'll do is I'll lay that there. Go set this somewhere else. Let it dry. All right, let's clean up a little bit. Workbench is messy. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that pricking chisel. I don't know if my leather's too thick or what. I think I may go back to the chisel like this one. For the next one, I don't know. When I do the traveling box of leather slip, I may change it up. Make sure I get all of my tools. I can go up there and then I can go there. That was not. Trying to think of what else we can work on that's not going to be too in depth tonight, but I don't really have anything. Everything else is projects and take stuff apart, and we already been at it for let's see here. What have I scrolled into? What's being made? Baldest Nasty just got done doing a little bit of leather work. Now I'm just kind of cleaning up. Work on knives, customize knives, fix them, all that good stuff. Sometimes it's good stuff. Sometimes it goes awry and I almost lose my poop on projects. Been a lot of that this week. I've had to walk away from this, walk away from my workbench a couple of times this week just out of pure frustration. So, Brother Wally, I hope everything is copacetic in your world, brother. I'm glad everything is, from the last time we talked, everything is looking on the up and up. Been lots of prayers coming out of Smyrna. So, put that back in there. Guess we could do a pocket dump. We can talk about what I carried today and why I carried it. There's actually a reason for my madness on what I carried today. Maybe a little overkill, but ain't nothing wrong with that. So, let's get into a pocket dump. I think we're gonna call it a night, or call it a day, or whatever. Let's just get it all out here. All right, I'll leave that on there until I'm ready to pull that out. So left pocket today. Usually always carry a Stockman. Most of the time it's a Stockman because I'm just a Stockman guy. This is one of Dakota Marlowe's slips. This is probably one of my favorite ones that I've got. He did it for me. I hadn't been at YouTube very long and wanted one. with my channel name on it, red, white, and blue, just because we're real patriotic. Then got the Tennessee River Boys on the back, because all of us Tennessee boys have the Tennessee River Boys slip. So in that is a Imperial Frontier 4435. This is a full-size Stockman. This is the Double Eagle. Got the Double Eagle stamp right there, and I believe it's rosewood with brass bolsters. Got this on a trade from Brother Terry over Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. And this one's got a Home Light chainsaw etching on the back. And usually I'm not a fan of like the aftermarket etching. The factory etching's fine, like the Double Eagle etching's fine. But I really like that chainsaw, dig it. I've got a few Home Lights myself. So that was in that slip. Also in that pocket is my 1996 Zippo. This is Lucky. Lucky's been with me since 1996. I do have a butane insert in it though. So I usually carry it to work, and I do a lot of like heat shrink tube and crimp connectors with the heat shrink on it. So that knocks it out real quick. Got my Beats earbuds. The bandana today, saw this one the other day at Hobby Lobby, and it kind of reminded me of my grandmother. So I picked that joker up, and it's red. I tend to favor red and green on stuff. So, I mean, for $1, you can't really beat it. So, kind of looks like a dress or something my grandmother would have worn back in the day or something like that. So, yeah, the saw etching is pretty cool. Oh yeah, stained glass tattoo. That's my namesake. That's St. Michael. This stained glass window is actually in the Notre Dame Cathedral in France. That's where I got it from. Jason Beecher. Do I need a hug? Yeah, Jason, I always need a hug, brother. Come on. That was those pockets. Right pocket. Got my Holy Trinity chaplet, pocket rosary, whatever you want to call it. Got that. Got the same old wallet. Nothing's changed. Still got the Olight 3E EOS. I have a Make Cutlery Great Again bead on it. He doesn't read chat, Jason. That's our job. God dang. Y'all need to chill. Got Dad's Peanut. This is a 99. If you're just joining us, or if you don't know, this knife kind of started the channel. It was the first video I did. It's the pinned video on my homepage. It's got the picture of the Marine on it. That was my dad. That was his knife. I actually found it in my couch. And I haven't showed this since I got it, but I have carried it since I got it. Brother Patrick at Cheesy Moon Workshop sent this to me. I had no idea it was coming. This is one of those Armor of God challenge coins. It says, put on the whole armor of God, pray always. And then on the back, it's got, you know, breastplate, helmet, shield, loins, feet, sword. Yeah, that means a lot. I don't talk about faith or religion on this channel, but it's a big part of life, a big part of my life. I just chose to keep it a, I mean, I'll talk about it, but religion and politics, I really just don't want to get into on the channel. This isn't the space for it. So anyway, so on my belt sheath, I'm carrying this big old Double Eagle folding hunter. This was a gift actually from another YouTuber, and when he sent it to me, he asked me not to mention who he was, just because no hard feelings or anything. So this is the Double Eagle folding hunter. This is the 4625. Still has a little bit of the etching left. This is probably one of my favorite Frontier folding hunters because that spear point skinner. that right there is about as dope as it comes. That's a hoss of a knife. Poke. Your American No, do you collect guns with the knives as a collection or just knives? As a collection, just knives. I do own the other thing that you're talking about. Can't really say the name because YouTube's weird, but yes, I do own some of those. I do carry some of those on my person pretty much every day. So, Buck. Hey, Buck. So that's pretty much it for the tote, other than the boots on my feet and the clothes on my back, the belt around my waist. If y'all got anything, oh wait, you know what? I think we can finish out Nate's. Yeah, we can finish this. Tokenol. Let's get our Dremel. Actually, let's try it without the Dremel. Oh, and the QSP Penguin got a titanium bead on it. That was my quick deploy, modern, whatever you want to call it. Usually have something I can open one-handed in my right pocket on a pocket clip. What's up, Dave? All right, so we're gonna burnish these edges. Got some Tokenol here. Still trying to figure on this stuff too. It's all a learning process for me, as I am not. I hadn't really been doing this terribly long, so. I'm just slicking these edges up. Just like that, she glassy now. So I probably could have sanded it a little more after I sewed it. But these burnished edges, this is more of a kind of when it's a new thing, because it'll wear away a little bit as it gets used and pocket worn and all that. Yeah, that's good for that one. How long you been doing this type of work? Baldness Nasty, I have always dabbled in like customizing stuff, cars, motorcycles, kind of pretty much everything I've ever owned I've fooled with. So got into customizing knives, fixing them, mainly because when I first started, that was about only way I could afford getting knives, is getting stuff that needed to be worked on, stuff like that. And just kind of honed it from there. Now I've gotten into customizing, doing blade deletes, different handle recovers, stuff like that. And then the leather works kind of come in because, I don't know, I think I wanted some pockets, when I first started getting into watching the knife channels and stuff, I was like, man, I could make me a slip like that, and then just kind of fooled with it. My first couple of pocket slips were made of boot leather, believe it or not, and then have just kind of bettered my game as time has gone on. I've sold some, give a bunch away. The knives are really starting to come in for custom work. That's kind of what I'm concentrating on. The leather's a bonus. Like if you get a full customized knife from me, you get a leather slip or a sheath, possibly, just depending on what you're getting. So what's up, Rex? Just burnishing some leather. Need to plug my phone in. This is finishing up. This is part of a trade that me and Nate over at Green's Blade Revival have put together. So just trying to get a few last minute projects done before the new year so I can start fresh tomorrow, basically. So got lots of projects, up and coming projects. Got stuff on the way. Got a couple of vintage fixed blades coming in. One's going to be a repair. One's going to be a kind of a recraft. It's going to get, if the guy's got enough antler, we're going to do antler. But if he doesn't, I'm going to do wood handles. It's a knife that's got stacked leather, and the leather's all dried out and crumbling and stuff. So that's coming in. I got 2 sod busters sitting here to do. I've got a mini trapper. I've got 3 fixed blades that are actually going to be, I'll probably start on them in the next day or so because they're next in line. Then the mini trapper, finish Terry's knife up whenever the rest of those parts, handle material, gets in. I've got some really, really nice burl. I think it looks like ironwood, but I'm not sure. But it is coming from a fella in Texas, so it's going to be a bit getting here. All right. I think that's that. Put the tokenol up. And then let's put some resist, some pro resist on it. Do a little, it'll be a little final, like a clear coat almost. Take care. We can muster. I'm praying, Trudeau. Yeah, Dave, I heard that. Is Mo in here? Mo, if you're in here, welcome, brother, man. And all this is like a clear coat for the leather. It'll give it a little shine. Kind of seal it up, keep water from getting in it. You can still oil it, and this one's been oiled, so it's good for a while. Just let that sit. We'll clamp that in the vise and let that dry. And it'll be good to send out. Well, there's Mo. Hey, Mo, how are you, brother? I'm just chilling with some of my good friends. And my dude, there's my dude. I've had my dude for a while. I should have 6318. Mo usually writes I need to write it back because mine's gotten messed up just from sitting on the desk. Mo writes what he carves his dudes with the kind of knife. I should have sealed it when it got here, but it was wet. He needs a buddy. I know Mo's busy, but one day I'd like to get Walter. I think his name is Walter. I forgot what we named him. Need to get Walter a buddy to hang out with. I wrote it back down because it's got a bunch of polishing compound right there that covered it up. So I want to make sure I know what carved that. So, well, there's Brother Travis. Do you have to let it set over a few days, or is it done in a few hours? That Pro Resist will probably be dry to the touch and ready to ship out. I mean, it'll be good by the end of the night, but I'll let it sit and I'll box it up with the rest of his stuff and probably ship it Friday. But it'll be good and dry well before then. So, hey, Jay. Brother Travis, Mr. Night Shift in the house. What else? I got some projects in the oil, but they're my daughter's, and I told her I wouldn't do anything with them until she was here. So maybe this weekend we'll get into doing a little father-daughter knife cleanup. Nate, she's all done, bro. Just letting the clear finish. So there's Nate and Dog. I didn't paint it. The paint is inexpensive paint. I'm gonna have to see. You get my mini trapper done, Travis. I ain't even took it apart yet, brother. But don't you worry. I have enough of that size antler. I don't have antler for like big stuff, but I do have antler for small stuff. So we'll be getting on that. Probably in the next week or so, I'd say, because I want to get that joker done, get some pictures of it. So what time is it? 5:15. I need to go in there and start dinner. Damn, 134 people. I hate to even leave. God dang it. We had a pretty good crowd tonight, so should have good numbers. 130 minutes. Yeah, for all of y'all that don't know, the Knife Shift is Travis the Case Guy. He has rebranded his channel, probably for the best. And he is now the Night Shift, so that is who he is. So yeah, I think that's about it, guys, unless y'all got something else. Yeah, Baldus Nasty, man, hit the subscribe button. We're man, I'm always out here working. It could be leather work, it could be knife restoration, preservation, it could be some custom work. We've customized a drawer organizer into a knife display. We always got something going on. So, well, there's James. Jody Green, welcome. What's the red 6? The red 6 stone. Red 6 stone. Oh, this is my Beats, my earbuds. If that's what you were talking about, Jody. It does like a 6. I'm like, red 6 stone? What is she talking about? But yeah, it's my Beats. All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. If y'all are out and about, y'all be safe. Be responsible. And until next time, which will probably be tomorrow, y'all be good and be safe. Peace.